Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine you open your fridge and there's that one tub. You know the one, so potent, so pungent that it practically vibrates the milk carton next to it.
Oh, yeah.
It smells like sour socks and ancient secrets. But what if that incredibly stinky fermented food wasn't just healthy, but was actively building 90% of your happiness?
Well, that's quite the setup. And it leads us right into this deep dive. We're talking about the most famous sour feud out there. Sauerkraut versus kimchi.
The great fermentation face-off.
Exactly. Most people just lump them together as that sour cabbage stuff. Right. But when you look closer, microscopically, chemically, they're playing totally different games.
Right. So our mission today is to kind of move past just the smell test and figure out, based on the actual science, the tiny little armies inside and the chemistry, which one really deserves the crown, the ultimate health champion of fermented cabbage.
Yeah, you actually get a hint right away just looking at the ingredients. Sauerkraut is pretty minimalist.
Yeah, very simple.
Cabbage, water, salt. That's basically it. Effective, sure, but simple.
But then kimchi rolls up to the party like it owns the place with this huge entourage.
Yeah, it does. You've got the Napa cabbage, obviously, but then bam, radishes, ginger, garlic, chili pepper, salt.
This is a whole crowd.
It is. And that diversity isn't just about making your tongue tingle. It's about, like, nutritional firepower.
Okay.
More ingredients mean more types of phytonutrients going into the mix. And critically, it means you're likely getting a broader, more varied bunch of microbes setting up shop in your gut.
Ah, okay. So just by ingredients alone, kimchi kind of takes an early lead in terms of variety.
Yeah, for sheer volume of different beneficial compounds, kimchi starts with a clear edge.
They do share something huge, right?
Yeah.
A common superpower. The thing that makes both of these potentially miraculous.
Absolutely. There's this one microscopic warrior that's key in both. Lactobacillus plantarum.
L. plantarum. Sounds important.
It is. And what's really fascinating is where it works. See, most good bacteria you might eat, they get absolutely hammered by your stomach acid. It's like a death sentence for microbes.
Right. It's super acidic in there.
Insanely acidic. But L. plantarum, it's described as a survivor of very harsh environments. It's built like a tiny biological tank. It just powers through.
Whoa. So it actually makes it past that microbial death row.
Yeah. It gets into your lower gut, and then it starts doing its job, balancing things out. When your gut bacteria are out of whack, the bad guys can take over. But when the good guys, like L. plantarum, are running the show, they help maintain what we call the mucus barrier.
Okay, the mucus barrier. What's that do?
Think of it like your gut lining isn't a solid wall, more like a really fine mesh screen, right? It's supposed to let only the good stuff, the properly digested nutrients, through.
Got it.
But if you have inflammation, or the wrong bacteria are in charge, that mesh screen gets damaged. It frays, the holes get too big.
And that's leaky gut.
That's leaky gut, exactly. You get undigested food bits, even pathogens, sneaking into your bloodstream where they absolutely shouldn't be, and that triggers inflammation all over. So these fermented foods, they're basically sending in the construction crews, patching up that screen, reinforcing your defenses.
Okay, that makes sense. Gut repair crew.
Right. But here's where it gets really profound. This connects beyond just digestion. That tough little microbe, L. plantarum, it's directly involved in making stuff that affects your mood.
Wait, hold on. This feels like the big aha moment. You're saying a microbe in sour cabbage helps make serotonin. That sounds kind of like magic.
It does sound like magic, but it's biology and chemistry. Your gut microbes are constantly talking to your brain, the gut-brain axis. And they do it partly by processing the food you eat.
Okay.
L. plantarum is particularly good at helping convert or produce precursors, like tryptophan. And tryptophan is the raw material your body needs to build serotonin.
So you feed the microbes right, and they give you back the building blocks for happiness.
Basically, yeah. And the scale here is just immense. Get this, 90%, 90%, 90% of all the serotonin in your body is made right there in your gut.
90%. That's staggering.
Yeah, it really is. So when you eat these live, raw foods, you are literally taking an active role in supporting your mental and emotional balance. It's not just about digestion.
Wow. Okay. Mind blown a little bit.
And the chain reaction doesn't stop there. Serotonin is needed to make melatonin.
The sleep hormone.
The sleep hormone, exactly. So enough L. plantarum doesn't just potentially make you happier, it helps you sleep better too. And then that melatonin acts as a really powerful antioxidant right inside your cells.
So it's like a triple win. Mood sleep, antioxidant protection, all from sour cabbage science.
You got it. Pretty amazing stuff from humble cabbage. But Hey, this microscopic action isn't the only thing they share. Let's talk about the cabbage itself for a sec.
Ah, right. Before kimchi maybe runs away with it, we got to give props to the base ingredient.
Definitely. Cabbage, that unsung hero, the veggie drawer, it's a cruciferous vegetable loaded with good compounds. Well, you get glutathione. People call it the master antioxidant.
Yeah.
Really important for detox pathways.
Aye.
And anthocyanins, those colorful pigments, they're linked to longevity. So solid health basics right there.
Okay, good foundation.
But then we get to the star of 1950s medical mystery theater, vitamin U.
Vitamin U. That sounds totally made up, like they ran out of letters.
Kind of does. But yeah, a researcher back in the 50s isolated this compound from cabbage juice, couldn't figure out what it was chemically, and just named it U.
Okay. So what's the U stand for? Unicorns. Underpants.
Close. Ulcers.
Ulcers? Seriously?
Seriously, they weren't subtle back then. It got the name because it seems to directly affect the cells that make gastric acid, and it helps repair that inner digestive lining.
Whoa. Okay. So this stuff could actually help with, like, gastritis or even ulcers using cabbage compound.
That's what the evidence points towards.
Yeah.
It acts like an internal repair specialist, calming inflammation. So yeah, for people struggling with things like IBS or gastritis, this could be really beneficial. It helps fix the tissues directly.
That's incredible. And cabbage keeps giving, right? There's more.
Oh yeah, glutamine, another big one for gut repair. If you're dealing with leaky gut, glutamine is super important. It's the main fuel source for the cells lining your colon.
Ah, I've heard of glutamine. People talk about it with bone broth, right?
Exactly. Bone broth, red meat,
Yeah.
they're known for glutamine, which is why they're often recommended for gut health. But look, you're getting a great source right here in fermented cabbage, accessible, plant-based source.
Nice. Okay, so cabbage itself is pretty powerful. What about defense?
Right, the defense systems. Both sauerkraut and kimchi, during fermentation, create these things called bacteriocins.
Bacteria what now?
Bacteriocins, think of them as natural antibiotics made by the good microbes themselves.
Okay. Like nature's own penicillin.
Sort of. But here's the cool part. You know how doctor-prescribed antibiotics are often broad spectrum? They just wipe out everything, good and bad bacteria?
Yeah, total scorched earth policy in your gut sometimes.
Right. Bacteriocins aren't like that. They're targeted. Narrow spectrum. They go after specific harmful pathogens, but leave your friendly microbes alone.
So like a sniper rifle instead of a bomb.
Perfect analogy, yeah. And that's huge today with antibiotic resistance and superbugs being such a problem. Having something natural that can selectively target the bad guys, that's revolutionary.
Okay, wow. So shared microbes, shared cabbage power, shared natural defenses, a lot in common.
A huge amount in common.
Yeah.
But now we got to talk about where kimchi kind of pulls ahead. It's time for kimchi's overachievement section. The spicy advantage.
All right, let's hear it. What makes kimchi extra special?
Well, kimchi develops specific, unique types of microbes that you just don't typically find in basic sauerkraut. And this unique microbial crew, they're like an internal security team.
Security? How?
They actively inhibit food pathogens, things like listeria, and they're really good at suppressing unwanted stuff like certain funguses, yeasts, even some molds.
So kimchi like a bouncer for your gut, keeping the riffraff out.
Pretty much. A full-spectrum internal cleansing system. And here's a weird one. There's even some suggestion this unique microbial action might help your sinuses.
Sinuses? From eating cabbage? How?
Yeah, it sounds odd, but the idea is that some beneficial compounds, or even microbes when you eat the raw stuff, can sort of travel up through the connected tissues into the respiratory area. Unexpected benefit.
Okay, that is unexpected. But you said the real advantage is the extra ingredients.
Yes. The knockout punch is what happens when you ferment all those extras, the garlic, the ginger, the chili. Fermentation doesn't just preserve them. It's like injecting them with a superpower serum. It massively boosts their benefits.
Ooh, okay. Like fermented garlic, what's the boost?
Fermented garlic. Its natural anti-cancer, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant powers get amplified, seriously boosted. It turns garlic from healthy food into like an immune system supercharger.
Nice. And ginger.
Fermented ginger. Its compounds convert into even stronger anti-inflammatory molecules. We know ginger is good for nausea, stimulating the stomach.
Yeah, ginger ale and all that.
Right. But fermentation adds huge amounts of digestive enzymes on top of that.
Enzymes. So that helps break down food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic if you struggle with bloating, indigestion, gas. Those extra enzymes take the load off your system. Pure gold for digestion.
Okay, garlic, ginger. What about the heat? The chili peppers.
The chili. When those compounds ferment, they get enhanced benefits for inflammation, even pain perception, circulation, and metabolism.
Metabolism, so weight loss.
That's the direct link. If you're comparing sauerkraut and kimchi purely on metabolism, kimchi takes it. Those enhanced chili compounds specifically help with blood sugar regulation and improving insulin resistance.
And better insulin sensitivity usually means better weight management.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything that helps your body handle insulin better is going to support fat loss efforts.
Wow, kimchi's really racking up the points here.
It is.
Yeah.
And just when you think it's done, one more nutritional slapdown, vitamin C.
Oh, yeah. More vitamin C than sauerkraut.
Not just more, astronomically more. Some analyses show a single cup of kimchi can pack over 700 milligrams of vitamin C.
700 milligrams. Isn't the daily recommendation like 70 or 90?
Yeah, it's like 10 times the RDA in one side dish.
Yeah.
It's an absolute C-bomb. Shows you how fermentation can concentrate and preserve nutrients. It's stunning.
Okay, okay. The scorecard looks pretty clear. Kimchi seems to be the overall champ.
Based on the breadth of benefits from all those extra fermented ingredients, yeah, kimchi definitely has the edge. But, and this is a huge but, we need to end with the most critical rule, the non-negotiable thing for both of them.
Ah, the fine print. What's the catch?
This is the vital warning, the absolute key to unlocking any of these amazing health benefits we've just spent all this time talking about.
Okay.
You have to eat it raw, unpasteurized.
Raw or bust. Okay. Why?
Because heat kills microbes. If that jar of sauerkraut or kimchi is sitting happily on a grocery store shelf, not in the refrigerated section, it's been pasteurized, heated up to make it last longer.
And that heat, it wipes out the microscopic army.
Completely obliterates it. All those plantarum, the unique kimchi microbes, the bacteriocin producers, gone, dead.
So if the microbes are dead, no serotonin boost.
Nope.
No natural antibiotics fighting superbugs.
Gone.
No enhanced digestive enzymes from the ginger. No vitamin U for ulcers.
You lose it all. The entire point, the live culture that provides all those incredible systemic benefits, it disappears with heat.
Wow. So you might still get some fiber, maybe some leftover nutrients?
Yeah, you'll get some phytonutrients, maybe a little lactic acid.
Yeah.
But the huge stuff, the gut-healing, mood-boosting, immune-modulating power, that lives entirely in the raw, unpasteurized, refrigerated product.
Yeah.
That's where the magic is.
Okay, that is crucial. Check the label, look for raw or unpasteurized, keep it in the fridge. Got it.
Absolutely essential.
So, wrapping this up then, what's the big takeaway for you listening at home? Think about it. If simple sour or spicy fermented cabbage, which, let's be honest, costs way less than most fancy supplements, contains compounds that can potentially fix leaky gut, maybe help with ulcers, fight superbugs, and help your body make 90% of the chemicals for stable mental health.
Yeah.
How much power are we just leaving on the table every single time we choose dead processed food over vibrant living food? It's definitely something to chew on, literally, next time you're deciding what to eat.